This essay example, as well as thousands of others, is available in text format on our website for free and without registration. Simply Google Ivy Panda Free Essays.
In social sciences, there are two main research disciplines. These include quantitative and qualitative research methods. The quantitative research method entails measuring variables to obtain numerical values, which are used in undertaking statistical or numerical analysis and interpretation. On the other hand, the basis of the qualitative research method is making observations, which are later summarized and deduced in a narrative report. The philosophy of the two research methodologies differs significantly with regard to their models, methods, procedures, and modes of inquiry. However, in most cases, the research methods complement each other in conducting a particular study despite their differences. To develop a better understanding of the two research methods, this paper outlines the differences between them. A number of aspects are taken into consideration in comparing and contrasting the two research methods. Underpinning philosophy. Quantitative research is based on the philosophy of rationalism. The method asserts that human beings gain knowledge because they can reason. On the other hand, qualitative research is based on the philosophy that human beings only acquire knowledge from sensory experiences. General framework. The general framework of the two research methods differs significantly. Quantitative research is used to confirm the hypothesis of a particular phenomenon, while qualitative research is used to explore certain phenomena. The instruments used to obtain and categorize responses to research questions are more rigid in quantitative research than in qualitative research, which is more flexible. Data collection methods. Quantitative research takes into account highly structured methods, for example, surveys, structured observations, and questionnaires. Observational checklists, which have well-defined categories, may also be used to collect data. On the other hand, qualitative research methods use semi-structured methods of data collection, for example, the use of focus groups, in-depth interviews, sociometric charts, and participant observation. Purpose. The primary purpose of quantitative research is to quantify the degree of variation in a particular situation or phenomenon. As a result, it enables the research to effectively predict and determine the cause and effect relationships. The qualitative research method is aimed at describing the differences in certain phenomena. Therefore, the qualitative research method enables the researcher to explain and describe relationships. Sample size. In order to effectively undertake quantitative analysis, the quantitative method takes into account a relatively larger sample size, whereas only a few cases are taken into consideration in qualitative research. It is assumed that the samples selected in the quantitative method represent the entire study population, while in the qualitative research method, study samples are purposefully selected. Question format. The questions used to gather data in quantitative research methods are closed-ended, while those used in qualitative methods are open-ended. This means that the quantitative method requires the respondent to select the answer to the question from several predetermined responses. On the other hand, open-ended questions allow the respondents to respond with their own opinion. For example, the researcher may ask the respondents similar questions whereby the response categories are fixed. This allows the researcher to conduct a meaningful comparison of the provided responses. However, this research method requires the researcher to comprehensively understand the research questions and how to ask them to provide a wide range of possible responses. Dominant research value. Reliability and validity are the central research values in quantitative research. In most cases, the research environment is usually controlled. As a result, they are determined using logical and statistical methods. For example, inferential statistical procedures may be used to demonstrate external validity. In the qualitative method, the research values are explicated. Additionally, different sources of information, triangulation, are used to determine reliability and validity. Dominant research topic. Quantitative research is used in research studies that explain prevalence, extent, opinion and attitudes, nature of issues, and formulating theories. Qualitative research is used in studies whose objective is to explore experiences, feelings, and perceptions. Data. The data collected in the quantitative research method usually entails numbers that can be statistically manipulated. On the other hand, the data collected in the qualitative method usually entails words, statements, and phrases, which are the responses to the research questions. Analysis of data. Statistical procedures such as cross-tabulations and frequency distributions are used in analyzing data in quantitative research, while observations data or narratives are used in analyzing the research findings. Research design. In quantitative research, the research design to be used in the study is specified before the commencement of the research study. However, in qualitative research, there is a certain degree of flexibility that enables the researcher to develop the research design during the process of conducting the investigation. Approach. The quantitative research method is objective in nature in that it is aimed at obtaining precise measurements of the subject under study. On the other hand, the approach used in qualitative research method is subjective. As a result, its objective is to develop a comprehensive understanding of human behavior and the factors that direct such behavior. Research setting of human behavior using quantitative research methods can either be conducted in a natural or artificial setting. However, studying behavior using qualitative research methods can only be conducted in a natural setting. Natural setting requires the researcher to intermingle with the study people or participate in the social activity under study, while artificial setting entails conducting a study in an experimental environment. Procedural bias. The quantitative research method relies on data collecting instruments and the research design used to control procedural bias, while the qualitative research method relies on the researcher to control procedural bias. Measurement of variables. Quantitative research emphasizes a method of classification or measurement of the research variables, while qualitative research stresses the description of the research variables. From the above analysis, it is evident that there are significant differences between quantitative and qualitative research designs. Despite the differences between quantitative and qualitative research methods in social research, the two methods are similar in several ways. For example, quantitative and qualitative research methods can be used to test a particular theory, explore a particular area of study, formulate a hypothesis, and develop relevant theories. The two research methods are used together in a particular research study. For example, qualitative research methods usually integrate quantification of data by using numbers and statements such as less than and more than. Quantitative research methods can also incorporate qualitative data collection methods by using open-ended questions. Additionally, the underlying philosophical positions of the two research methods are not necessarily different. This essay on difference between qualitative and quantitative methods was written and submitted by a student just like you. The IvyPanda Samples database hosts thousands of works similar to this one on various subjects. Visit ivypanda.com to find what you are looking for.